YouTube, I just went 14-0 with Ishizu. I mean, Fluffal's best deck. Let's go. So as you can see, we went 14-0. You'll see in the replays and stuff, but yeah, the deck is busted. The deck is insane. So yes, you do want to just go second and OTK. But if you go first, you can actually survive pretty well with Kytroid, or just summon like 3 monsters on the field, and not many decks can, you know, so easily OTK through 3 monsters, and then you just OTK next turn, which is amazing, and the deck is extremely consistent. But the only real issue with this deck is it can feel kind of bad to a lot of weird cards. Like they clap against flips and stuff, but they can struggle against stuff like Fiendish Chain and stuff. I literally lost this duel. I mean, while we're here, I can show you. I literally lost this duel because of one-off breakthrough skill, you know? You know, it is what it is. But against every other flips like Book of Moon and stuff, this damn prismatic one as well. Okay, I'm kind of getting off track, but yeah, this deck can actually clap. And like I said, I would say this deck isn't as good in the best of 3 format as we do see from tournament results. But this deck is still insane and maybe one of the best decks on the ladder. Like, if I was to play on the ladder, why wouldn't I go with this deck? First of all, it's extremely play, as you will see the list right now. And it's fast, it OTKs, it's also kind of fun, you know, it's a combo deck, so it's kind of fun as well. So yeah, pretty nice deck all in all, but without further ado, let's hop into the deck list part. So this is the deck list that I went for. Now, it's pretty standard, like there's literally zero, you know, non-standard cards. You know, the deck has been figured out basically. I feel like you maybe can do stuff like the hero fusion, which can then summon the dude, which is then untargetable, or hollowed life barrier, you know, instead of it. But you know, it's basically most of the deck is figured out. It looks something like this, and I would recommend you build the deck like this. And as you can see, you have to go basically only once into the main box, into the Fluffal main box, and you can remove one Fluffal dog. You can just play, I don't know, another, okay, maybe not another owl, but you can play whatever other card you want, maybe another simp, edge simp, sabers. Unfortunately, we're not playing the other dude, the chain dude. Where is he? Okay, we won't be able to see him. What? Why the frick can't I see him? Okay, okay, I'm literally doing this on the fly because I want to showcase that I got a freaking prismatic. Let's go, and we're still not able to play it. But anyways, this is the core of the deck, I would say. All of these cards are free to play. The bear is free to play. Saber is free to play, Kytroid is free to play, free to play, free to play, free to play. You only need one Frightfur fusion, which you can even survive without it, to be honest. I mean, I would say it's pretty nice, but only at one. Toy Vendor free to play, Polymerization free to play. So you only basically need to have at least 2 dogs. Preferably, of course, 3, because it is your consistency boost, one of your, you know, your only searcher, but you're fine with only playing 2, so that's amazing. And this is the extra deck. We never summon Malevolent Sin. I only have it just in case of, you know, Melodious, which have Bloom Diva, which is kind of a big issue for the deck. But besides that, this is the standard extra deck. 1 Sabertooth, 1 Tiger, actually 2 Tigers, 1 Daredevil, and 2 Wolf. So what does this deck do? I think it's the best to showcase in the duel replays, but you want to summon the Tiger to pop cards on the field and then follow up with other fusions like Wolf, and, you know, a million times. So yeah, with Toy Vendor and Wings, you go through your deck, you build card advantage, and then, you know, you just fusion summon your dudes, as you will see now in the Duel replays. We're playing Prescience, Prescience. Why? Because she's, I mean, the skill is good because it lets you know your, you know, top cards of the deck for the Toy Vendor and stuff, and other reasons. Yeah, okay. Anyways, now it is time to do. If you're new to the channel, I would recommend you consider subscribing, because it does help a lot for you to not miss out when I'll be posting other videos like this in the future. And it does help a lot to, you know, keep growing the channel and keep making videos like this. But yeah, the thing is, I feel like this deck can struggle in side deck format because, like I said, stuff like side deck exists, whereas this deck has, as you saw, this deck has so many, like, the whole deck is basically its core of the deck, so we don't have any space for techs. Like, the only tech we could say is Kite Raid, which is just to survive the first turn, and then we OTK. So, you know, that's why this deck struggles in the side, especially because you know, people can just side deck non-fusion area or any other, you know, back row like Fiendish Chains or stuff, and GG's basically. But yeah, so what you do is, with Bear, you search for the Vendor. Then Vendor, you want to see the top card. Unfortunately, in the replays it doesn't showcase the top card of the deck. You want it to, mostly you want it to be, like, if it's a Kite Raid and it's your first turn, it's fine. But usually you want deck. You want it to mostly you want it to be, like, if it's a Kite Raid and it's your first turn, it's fine. But usually you want it to be, a Fluffal card. And you want to have Wings in the graveyard, and then Bear. This is the standard combo: Bear plus Wings equals, you know, you draw a shit ton of cards. Wings, you can up, as you can see. Okay, he can survive. Okay, we won't be able to OTK this turn, kinda, but okay. We can, when you banish with Wings, you banish one Fluffal monster from the graveyard, in this case Bear. You draw 2 cards, and then when drop the Vendor, then Vendor searches another card. And as you can see, we built so many, you know, so many cards. And then now we can set the polymerization so we don't lose it. We could have also made a fusion, but we saw from this deck his Tellarknights, so we didn't feel threatened really, and we didn't really want to make a fusion. And let's see now. So as you can see, this Tellarknight, he can destroy the dude, but no. We have too many cards, we go through this one back row easily. He uses it right away, it's just Tellarknight Alpha, but no. We have too many cards, we go through this one back row easily. He uses it right away, it's just Tellarknight Alpha. So this deck can, why this deck is so good is, I would say it counters very well Gara, because if they don't have White Princess, this deck just OTK them. It counters DD, I would say, whereas if you go second, you win. It's that simple, you just win. Like, you can't open that bad, you know. If you open a very decent hand, you know, a standard hand, you just win. And the thing is, if you open Kite Raid, you should be able to survive turn 1 if you go first. Or you can potentially set up 3 monsters and then also survive, and so you counter DDD, which is, it seems, the best deck of the format. I'm not sure if I agree with that one, but that's what TPC thinks, so it is what it is. Also, it should be nice against Odd Eyes, it should be nice against, you know, a lot of decks. I think it's nice against BA, because BA best deck though. But yeah, so this is the standard combo. Dog enables you to, if this compares, it means you have 8, which is crazy consistent. And also, if you open one of them, you can, you know, search for another you'd like. So the thing is, in priority, you want to have Bear and Wings first for. I guess it depends, because sometimes you want to set up the simp. Sometimes you want to search for the simp because he's not searchable in any other way besides drawing it or dog, you know, grabbing it. I guess, yeah, the toy vendor does search it as well. But besides toy vendor and dog. And then next up on the list you have, you know, Fluffal Cat can be pretty nice because it can grab you back the polymerization, so you can, you know, keep going with fusions that turn. And maybe grabbing all can be nice because it can search for the polymerization. So let's see. So here is the standard. You want to special summon one of them and then normal summon the other one, so you get a plus from them. Dog searches and then owl also searches the poly. And now, as you can see, this is the standard play as I told last replay. With wings we can ban a bear, draw 2 cards, and then vendor also search, which we search now for the simp. And we can pass on that. We have 2 monsters on the field, we have a Kytrend in the hand to survive, and then next turn we can easily just OTK. See, this is the standard play as I told last replay. With wings we can ban a bear, draw 2 cards, and then vendor also search, which we search now for the simp. And we can pass on that. We have 2 monsters on the field, we have a Kytrend in the hand to survive, and then next turn we can easily just OTK. So it is Buster Blader, which can be kind of problematic. Why? Because like, we can pop from the field, you know, but the thing is, from the graveyard he can still fusion. So we're gonna have to see what we come up with. Debunk, kind of, but okay. Pretty weird, but okay. So this owl, the second effect comes into play, with which we can fusion summon into Tiger. Tiger can pop 2 back row. This is pretty standard. Card banish, which is annoying, but okay. So now goes into the dude. If we pop him, he then has into the dude, which can be annoying to OTK through. But here comes the, you know, Malevolent Sin into play. With Malevolent Sin we can just banish it and GG's. Buster Blader doesn't play hand traps. So we can also go back into the field. We can summon the wolf, with which we can attack multiple times. And it's gonna be easy clap. As you can see, we managed to OTK through 3 back row, you know, full Buster Blader, which is pretty nice. Okay, anyways, let's see. So against set 2 we should be able to OTK easily. We can set up the toy vendor with the bear. Hopefully by now you realize what's the play. You want to set up you know, both of them in the graveyard. With owl we can also search. The thing is, you want to learn when to, you know, first of all normal summon, or when to first, you know, toy vendor, because of the skill. The skill shows you, oh, this is on the top of the deck, like, you know, maybe the Kytrend is on top of the deck, or maybe this is on top, you know. So you want to be able to you want to learn how to and when to use what, you know. When to draw with the toy vendor, when to draw with the wings. And yeah. Now we can also normal summon the dog doing grab the cat. So this is usually the last piece of the puzzle, the cat, because it grabs back the poly. We can pop, cat grabs back the poly. And that's gonna be easy clap. Like, sure, he can change the position. I can still fusion like 2 times. So yeah. And make, oh, it was a hysteric sign. Not the best card to pop, but we can only, you know, through literally any hand trap he may have. Because we can fusion summon into the wolf, he can attack 1,000,000 times. So any hand trap, you know, show it, and GG's. Okay, so you may face a lot of blue eyes on the ladder, and you may think like, how does this deck fare against Blue Eyes? Well, Providence and Divine Wrath, which is, you know, a popular tech cards in Blue Eyes, can be problematic. Now, I activated Toy Vendor here, but I changed my mind because the top deck card apparently wasn't that good. So let's see. But that was a misplay though. You don't want to do that because they can summon, you know, they can summon with the cards of consonance. They can summon the Dragon Spirit of White, and you know, you're in trouble. Okay, now we can summon in the Frightfur Tiger, no Providence and stuff. It is Karma Cut, which we don't care. The good thing is we got rid of all of his back row, and now we can easily OTK, because Blue Eyes first of all doesn't really play hand traps, but even if they do play so, maybe we can OTK through multiple, you know, through Kytroid. So let's see, we Toy Vendor, we can also do the thing. The Owl searches the fusion, and now we can set up, you know, a 4 attack Wolf, which means we can OTK through Kytroid. So yeah, this is the power of the deck. You pop the whole board, and then you OTK, like attack a million times with Wolf, and yeah, it's so good. It's so simple yet so good. And the last duel we have for today. Let's see. Oh, I remember this one. This was a crazy OTK. So we're playing against Yosenjus, and you may think, how do we OTK through that? How do we OTK through multiple hand traps and back row? Well, you will see now. The thing is, we knew it was Yosenjus, so we had to, you know, we can't pass. Otherwise, you may be tempted to pass just on this, but we had to do that because they can sometimes with 3 monsters easily OTK if we don't set up a Kytroid or multiple monsters on the board. So he does have this. He bounces our dog. We can negate the attack with Kytroid to not take the damage. And now, as you can see, he has 3 cards on the field, on the 3 back row, and potentially a hand trap. We know he does have 2 Yosenjus in the hand, so he only has 1 potential hand trap. With Owl, we want to search for the poly. So we first wanted to go with the Tiger to pop. We dropped, we fusion summoned with 3 monsters, and now we can pop 3 cards. It was the Yosenjus Swords thing, we expected that. We also expected the Drowning because we saw it. And the last card was MST. So we popped the 3 back row. With Bear, we can now set up the Vendor. Toy Vendor can now do the thing. Now we can normal summon, special summon the dog. Dog gets a search. Wings can also draw cards. And also Toy Vendor grabs a card. See, this is the thing. After we popped 3 cards on the field, we have all of this stuff. You know, a shit ton of cards and all of this. Now we can fusion into one of the wolves. The cat also gets back the poly, just in case. But, you know. And with Frightfur fusion, we can fusion summon again for the wolf who has also 5 attacks. You know, it's insane. And just attack, he can keep his Kytroid, but we don't care. We have 5 attacks on each and every, you know, on our wolves. And that's gonna be it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. And I would definitely recommend this deck, you know, if you enjoy playing on the ladder, this is definitely a deck to go for. Because, like I said, it's pretty cheap, it's pretty fun, it's also combo, so, you know, it's more fun than most decks maybe for you that I post. Like, I usually play control decks, but it was very, very fun for me. And yeah, that's gonna be it. See you in the next one. Bye.